Tech's proposed campus carry regulations took another big step toward becoming an official policy. We'll have the details coming up.
Red Raider basketball and baseball may be in the headlines, but another not so well-known team is working to make their mark on campus. We'll take a look at the Tech Club's soccer team coming up.
And if you're in the mood for a good book, but don't feel like driving to the library, we'll show you how one Lubbock resident is bringing the gift of reading a lot closer to home.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Julie Gomez.
And I'm Kaylyn Smith. Last month, Texas Tech Interim President John Opperman announced new regulations developed by the university in regards to the Senate Bill 11, also known as campus carry.
With less than 4 months until the bill goes into effect, university leaders are working quickly to review and finalize the new campus carry guidelines. On Monday, Chancellor Robert Duncan and the Texas Tech System presidents held a special called meeting via teleconference with the Board of Regents. Chancellor Duncan reviewed the new regulations and discussed the process used to create the guidelines. Duncan believes the new rules were created with the interest of the tech community.
You can be assured that our policies are thoughtful and designed with a safety-first approach that complies with the law. Providing a safe and productive campus environment has been paramount for all of the leaders of the Texas Tech University system, and I thank all of them for once again for their efforts to accomplish this in this process.
Following Duncan's presentation, the Board of Regents was given the chance to offer any input or suggestions. The meeting concluded with no further discussion, which essentially gave the board's approval for the new regulations.
Although the Board of Regents has signed off on Tech's new policies, not all campus groups have been so quick to embrace the campus carry. In February, the Faculty Senate debated campus carry and passed a resolution declaring their opposition to the firearms on campus. Specifically, the resolution stated that the Senate was against the concealed carry of guns in the classroom, faculty offices, labs, or any other educational spaces. Although the university's campus carry regulations include restrictions on concealed carry in research labs, there are no provisions for exclusions in the classroom or offices. Following Monday's meeting, Interim President Opperman was asked if the Faculty Senate stance would affect the implementation of the new policies.
Well, I mean, it is the law, and so compliance with the law is paramount. The Faculty Senate still has to debate this issue. They've debated it once already and passed a resolution. Everybody knows where they stand on that. This operating policy will go back to them now, and they will debate it at their May meeting, is my understanding. So, they'll have their opportunity to provide input at that time, and at some point in time, we'll need to move on and implement the law.
The Faculty Senate's final meeting of the school year is scheduled for May 11th. That will be the last chance for the Senate to make any suggestions regarding the new campus carry policies. The Senate is not scheduled to meet again until the beginning of the fall semester. Campus carry will officially go into effect on August 1st.
The Tech campus is home to many permanent art installations. The campus also has the privilege of hosting temporary displays showcasing the work around the world. Right now, you can stop by the Southwest Collection to see one of the exhibits. Celebrating the national parks, the photography of Roe Wower includes a selection of photographs and personal items recognizing Roland Roe Wower. Wower is a 32-year veteran of the National Park Service who spent his time exploring parks throughout the United States and its territories. Wower is also an expert on birds and butterflies of North America, and he has written over 25 books and 200 articles, along with Wower's items. The exhibit also includes a reproduction of the National Park's postage stamps from 1934. The display commemorates the National Park Service's centennial celebration happening this year. You can stop by and see the exhibit between now and June 17th. After months of dry weather, the South Plains has finally seen consistent rainfall. For the past 3 days, storms have brought a quarter to almost an inch of moisture to the areas throughout Lubbock, and the Texas Tech campus has already seen over an inch of rain for the month of April.
Rain chances have died down a bit from yesterday, but have we seen the last of the storms this week? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The MCTV tower cam is showing mostly clear skies after heavy clouds cleared out this morning, but we could see a return of thunderstorms this evening. Rainfall will be light, but there is a chance of severe weather. But by tomorrow morning, the storms will blow through, leaving the area with clear skies and warm temperatures. Tomorrow's highs should top out in the mid-70s. On Friday, we'll see more of the same with temperatures in the upper 70s and light winds. Saturday will bring a return of some clouds and breezy winds, but it will still be a nice day. Temperatures should top at about 80 degrees, and there's no chance of rain. On Sunday, temperatures will continue to rise into the mid-80s. The day will start out cloudy, but sunny skies will return by the afternoon. The sun will stick around on Monday, raising temps into the high 80s and low 90s. Monday will also bring some breezy winds back to the area. On Tuesday, those winds will begin to increase with gusts predicted around 30 miles per hour. Tuesday will also see a return of clouds and slightly cooler temperatures. Highs should finish out in the mid-80s. Looking ahead, Tuesday's cooling trend will continue through the week with another chance of rain before the weekend.
Tech athletics has been having a great year. Football, basketball, and baseball have all left their marks in the record books, with more to come before the end of the year.
But not all athletic competitions on Tech campus take place in a huge arena or stadium. In fact, many sports take place with few fans or recognition. Those teams fall into a different category, club sports. MCTV's Billy Engel and Joseph Marcady stopped by the turf rec fields to find out about Tech club soccer.
I've been playing soccer for as long as I can remember, just walking, being able to kick the soccer ball. So, you know, childhood, babyhood, if you want to call it that. Kind of surprised me. I didn't know that there was a club team. Like I said earlier, I knew that there wasn't an NCAA team. But when I found out about the club team and I met some guys that were on the team prior, they convinced me to try out. And I was like, okay, well, you know, I've played club before, but I've never played club for, I guess, a college. Like that's unheard of. So I tried out, and I liked the way how it was student ran, but also an official organization. Like, I ended up meeting a lot of great friends, my roommates that I call now, and just friends that I'll probably have for the rest of my life.
Yeah, the men's club team is definitely important to the school because it got me into keep playing soccer, not just pick up soccer, actually organize soccer and having a coach, having teammates, having someone there for you. We have a president, we have a vice president, and we have a treasurer, and those three are in charge of pretty much the team, and they deal with the rec people, and they let us know how they know how to spend the money.
Everyone takes it really serious when they need to, I'm not gonna lie. We are student ran, so of course we like to have our fun here and there, but sometimes we take that a little bit too far. We notice ourselves that we need to stop, settle down, and actually take stuff a little bit more seriously.
Biggest rivals right now are UTA and them to this day, because since my freshman year, I'm a senior here, so for 4 years, we haven't been able to beat them.
My ultimate goal before I leave the men's soccer team is to first of all win regionals and get an official bid to the competitive national tournament.
If you'd like more info about the club sports and Tech Club soccer, visit the Rec Sports website at recsports.ttu.edu.
Speaking of sports, from the MLB to the NBA, and even right here on the Tech campus, there are plenty of stories making headlines around the country.
And if you haven't had a chance to catch up on it all, we've got it covered. Kyle Stafford is in with us to look at tomorrow's MCTV Sports 101. Kyle?
Thanks, Julie and Kaylyn. Coming up on tomorrow's show, Billy Engel and myself will have our thoughts on some of the biggest topics in the world of sports. Starting with the MLB, we'll take a look at the new slide rule and whether the safety of infielders warrants the change. The NBA season is wrapping up and 2 names are all over the headlines. We'll give our take on the career of Kobe Bryant and the Golden State Warriors' history-making season. With Tubby Smith's departure, will Red Raider basketball's new coach take them back to the big dance? And the NBA isn't the only league in the postseason. Find out our picks for who will be taking the Stanley Cup home in the NHL. All that along with a look at the NFL schedule and Red Raider baseball's win streak in tomorrow's show. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kyle. Be sure to watch MCTV Sports 101 tomorrow afternoon on the Hub. Just visit ttuhub.net and look under the COMC latest. A campus group is making a stand against a problem here at Tech and around the world, and you can help make a difference. Take a look at our MCTV events calendar. Tomorrow night, head over to Memorial Circle at 7 p.m. for the Take Back the Night rally and vigil. Take Back the Night has been a tradition since 1975 and supports the speaking out against sexual assault, rape, domestic violence, and sexual abuse in today's hopes to end sexual violence. The event is sponsored by TTU Women's Studies, and you can find more info about the event by visiting the website listed on your screen.
If you're not tired of being wet from all the rain this past week, make sure to check out the Tech Activities Board's Dive-In Movie Night. Starting at 9 on Friday night, you can bring a friend or go solo to watch Star Wars The Force Awakens. While taking a swim on the dark side, the event takes place at the Rec Center Leisure Pool, and like all TAB events, it's free with a student ID.
If the force of Star Wars is not strong with you, no worries. The School of Music has another option for you for Friday night. The School of Music will host the Spring Mariachi Concert from 8 to 9:30 p.m. in the Hem-Lee Recital Hall. Let the sound of the mariachis Los Matadores distract you from the upcoming finals with the traditional sounds of Mexico. Friday's concert is free and open to the public. The Tech Events calendar is little empty after Friday, giving you a chance to stay home, kick back, and catch up on a good book.
That's true, Julie. But what if you don't have anything to read? One Lubbock resident has created an option that may just let you take a trip to the library without leaving your neighborhood. Reporter Emily Hamilton has the story.
One Lubbock family is giving back to their community in a pretty interesting way.
It was a good idea to have it outside where we have a neighborhood full of families and kids, young kids, college students, so we thought it'd be a great location to have something like that.
Charlotte Stockton said her mom fell in love with the idea of having her own mini library after seeing it in a magazine. Little Free Library aims to spread a love of reading worldwide, and as of January, there are over 36,000 in America. These little boxes of books let people grab a book and leave one behind when they pass by.
It's always so interesting to see what people leave behind, what they're interested in, what people are picking up. It's also a great way to see people and meet neighbors. Every time I come by, there's always new books, there's always something new to look at, and there's always people out there.
They mentioned how a lot of people walk by and they stop when they're walking their dogs or with their kids, and I live down the street and I see people stop all the time, so it's really nice for the community.
If you want to find a Little Free Library near you, just search the hashtag Little Free Library on Instagram or Twitter. Reporting in Lubbock for MCTV, I'm Emily Hamilton.
So, Kaylyn, have you ever used Little Free Library?
Actually, I haven't, but that's a really good idea. I'll have to check into it.
Yeah. That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.